If you scanned the crypto headlines this week, you saw a big, ugly number. A Bitcoin-focused platform called Echo Protocol. Hacked, the headline said, for $76 million. That number is wrong. And the reason it's wrong tells you more about the real state of crypto right now than the hack itself ever could. Here's what actually happened. Echo runs a synthetic version of Bitcoin, a token meant to track the real thing. The attacker didn't break any clever code. They got hold of a single administrator key, one account that happened to have permission to create new tokens, and used it to mint 1,000 of those synthetic coins out of absolutely nothing. On paper, that fake pile was worth about $76 million. But fake money is only worth something if you can actually sell it. Echo's tokens lived on a newer blockchain called Monad, and the markets there simply weren't deep enough to absorb that much supply. The attacker could only quietly cash out a sliver of it before moving on. And Echo's team managed to claw back control of the key and destroy what was left. So the real damage, the money that actually left and isn't coming back, was just over $800,000. That's still real money. But it's roughly 1/100th of the number you saw in the headline. Now you might reasonably ask, if the actual loss was that small, why talk about it at all? Because Echo isn't the story. Echo is just the most recent dot on a line. Rewind a few days. Thorchain, a protocol for swapping crypto across different blockchains, lost around $11 million, drained through a weakness in how its vault keys were managed. And those are just the names you might recognize. Across the past few months, the crypto industry has now been hit by over a dozen separate hacks. And here's the part that should genuinely bother you, more than any single dollar figure. Look at how these keep happening. Echo wasn't a genius cryptographic break. It was one key with far too much power, and nothing standing behind it. Thorchain came down to its signing keys. Over and over, crypto isn't being outthought by brilliant attackers. It's losing money the most boring way imaginable. Somebody holds the keys aren't guarded well enough, and the keys get taken. That's not really a technology problem. The code mostly did exactly what it was written to do. It's a discipline problem. And in a strange way, that's worse. Because it means almost none of this needed to happen. So that $76 million headline? Let it go. The story was never that Echo lost a fortune. It didn't. The story is that a pile of fake coins, 11 million here, 11 million there, over a dozen times over the past few months, all trace back to the same unglamorous failure. Crypto's biggest enemy this month wasn't a hacker with a keyboard and a grudge. It was a poorly guarded key. That's crypto's month of mayhem. We cover crypto on the days that actually matter, with explainers when it helps. Hit subscribe so you don't miss it. We'll see you next time.